good.
How do you like it?
Sap? I didn't realize it would come out like that. Maybe we should have printed out the whole thing. Stop all pollution.
Proud all that on a T-shirt? Not unless I was Raquel Welch. And she'd have to take a deep breath.
Once we start our drive, everyone will know what we're after. Here, look at these, honey. Hope oil spoils. Keep out Hope's sick slick. This one. Say nope to Hope. These will prove to Hope Oil that we don't like the idea of swimming in their oil any more than the fish do.
You know, Howie, before we were married, I never got involved in things like this. Being a sap makes me feel I'm really helping. You know, contributing.
Oh, you certainly are. Even if you don't have Raquel Welch's frontage.
What is it? Mouth-to-mouth resuscitation?
Daddy, what are you doing home?
I didn't come home to hang around an X-rated swimming pool. S.A.P. Sap? Howie, I'm all for honesty. But why tell the whole world?
Daddy, why do you always have to pick on Howie?
It's just that he's always here. If he were working, he'd have to do his smooching at night, like everybody else.
You know that studying for a master's degree in oceanography is very hard work.
Then why aren't you studying instead of acting like an oversexed octopus?
Howie!
I'll surprise your mother.
Are you kids having lunch here? Because I'm going downtown.
Guess who?
Just put the milk in the refrigerator, Freddie. I don't have time for anything else today.
It's a fine way to greet your husband.
Bye, we have to split.
See you at dinner.
Oh, do we have to?
What are you doing home?
Well, you never used to ask that when I go home in the middle of the afternoon. There'd be a smile on your face and stardust in your eyes.
Well, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, the dust has turned to rust.
Actually, I'm very glad you came home.
Well, that's better.
I need $20 for shopping.
I gotta take a cold shower.
No, really, darling, why did you come home?
Well, I'm on my way to meet J.J. at the Hope Oil temporary office. They set up a trailer at the drilling site. And since I had a couple of hours to kill, I thought I'd drop in for a loaf of bread, a jug of wine, and thou.
Well, you can have the loaf of bread, but we're out of wine. And your thou is on her way to the dressmaker.
Maybe I'll give up long and get myself a milk route. But if I win this case for Hope Oil, you can dress like Mrs. Onassis.
Oh, good luck. But from what I've read, the citizens aren't too happy about offshore drilling.
Well, I intend to show them that Hubert T. Hope has no intention of polluting the harbor. He's a human being, just like you are, trying to earn an honest dollar, and with
One hell of a tax break.
one hell of a tax. Martha, please, I'm trying to create goodwill for Hope Oil. Say nope to Hope. That's cute. Yes, sir, Martha, there's a big bonus in this for me. So, how about a little lunch for your millionaire-to-be husband? And... To Hope? What is this? Some kind of practical joke to give my ulcer an ulcer?
The kids were painting them for some demonstration.
Not some demonstration, Martha. My own kids sabotaging me.
Hi, Mom. Daddy, what are you doing home?
I thought I came home for fun and games. But it's been one big, dull surprise party.
Sally, what are you doing home from school?
Our civics teacher let us out early so we can watch the demonstration against Hope Oil. She wants us to see democracy in action.
When I was in school, they only let us out for fire drill. Give me my coat. I'm gonna yank Howie and Barbara out of that hippie happening. Can you imagine my position if Hubert T. Hope finds my children are part of that demonstration? And with Howie there, it can only lead to riot.
Paul isn't home, J.J. He went out to take care of a personal problem. Oh, I'm sure he didn't forget about the meeting. It's been changed? Where? All right, I'll tell him as soon as he gets home. He should be back any minute. Now, bye-bye.
Mom?
Mm-hmm.
I been watching the demonstration on TV.
You are not supposed to watch television when you have homework.
But Daddy wouldn't let me go to the demonstration, and that is my homework.
Oh,
I'm supposed to write a report on how a peaceful demonstration works.
well, how's it going?
Not so peaceful. Somehow the lion turned into a roaring riot.
Oh, dear. I hope your father got Barbara and Howie out of there before it started. Did you see them?
No, I tuned in late. I wonder who started it.
I just hope it wasn't Howie.
Yeah.
I'm suing the Ocean Grove police.
Paul, don't tell me you got caught in the riot.
It wasn't a riot, Martha. Can't you see? It was a peaceful demonstration. There are pieces of me all over Ocean Grove. Yeah, you got a needle and thread?
Paul, have you been crying?
No, just a little tear gas.
Tear gas? That's just what I need for my report. Give me all the gory details.
Strange. She's getting stranger.
Never mind her, darling. Tell me what happened.
But go slow.
When I drove up to the Hope Oil trailer, there must have been at least 200 of those welfare zombies lying in the street blocking my way. I wanted to get to Howie and Barbara, but the police wouldn't let me through the barricade. They didn't believe I was an attorney. For some reason, they thought I was one of those weirdos.
No wonder that's what they thought.
What do you mean?
It's just that you have such a young look, darling.
What happened then?
Something I never believed I would do. Me, with all my dignity, my controlled, unemotional legal training. I kicked a cop.
Why did you do such a thing?
I didn't know he was a cop. He was disguised. He looked like one of those Alice Cooper people.
Did the officer kick you back?
No, he picked me up and threw me at one of the demonstrators. The demonstrator got mad and threw me back at the officer. I was up for grabs.
Did you see Howie and Barbara?
I didn't see anybody. From that point on, it was tear gas time. And I could barely find my car to get out of there. Come on in, everybody. We'll be safe here. Come on.
Daddy, we didn't expect to find you home.
What makes you think this house needs any more saps?
Well, I thought they'd be safe here. Hope you don't mind.
I'm a lawyer. I don't harbor criminals.
Just a second, Mr. Sims. No need to lose your cool, sir. We were merely exercising our right to peaceful protest by lying down in front of Mr. Hope's trailer.
And then some lame brain started shoving the cops around.
Yeah, although we didn't see him. We didn't see him. We have reason to suspect that he was an agent provocateur. You'd be surprised how many of them infiltrate these peaceful lie-ins.
They do, huh?
Daddy, this is Professor Holbrook from Howie's University.
Oh, what do you teach? Loony logic?
Man, why you giving us all this jive? I thought from the seat of your pants you was one of us.
Huh? What is he talking about?
I started to tell you. You have sap on your pants.
Sap on my pants? Well, no wonder that cop went ape. How did this get here?
Sorry about that, Dad.
Mr. Sims, I'm really sorry about you.
Daddy, what were you doing at the riot?
Starting it.
As for that, no more David Cassidy records. I'm the lame brain, I'm the lame brain, and the agent provocateur all rolled up into one big sap.
Hey, you're real cool, Daddy Bear.
You should be ashamed of yourself lying in the streets. Why aren't you home learning to be a little mother?
I already know how to be a little mother. Cynthia. You're male chauvinist.
How I get these freakos out of here, and especially that loudmouthed liver.
Too bad the fuzz didn't total you.
Don't you talk to my husband that way. He loves women.
Especially when they keep their mouths shut.
Thanks a heap.
Oh, I didn't mean you. I meant this other big mouth. Will you all stop confusing me? I have no more time. I've got to get ready for this meeting.
Oh, but Paul, dear, JJ phoned from the office and he said because of the riot he thought it'd be too dangerous to meet in the trailer, so he and Mr. Hope are coming
said they're going to meet where?
Here.
Can't you ever keep anything to yourself?
Confrontation with Hope is exactly what we want.
You're not confronting anybody, and especially here. Now take this Jane Fonda fan club and beat it. I'm going to count to 3. And when I finish, I don't expect to see one of you standing there. 1, 2, 3. Martha, tell me it's a slumber party. The happy rejects are still here, hiding behind that lousy First Amendment.
Daddy, would you repeat that? I'm taping this for civics.
What?
Things are happening too fast for me to take him down in longhand.
What happened to that sweet little child I used to birth? This is all your fault.
Oh, I didn't plan it this way, Dad.
Mr. Sands.
We just want to express our views to Hubert T. Hope.
Well, you can express them from a jail cell. I'm calling the police.
Stop that!
Wouldn't it have been simpler to cut the phone line? We don't believe in violence.
But I'm beginning to.
Maybe if you agreed to present their case to Mr. Hope, they'd leave.
You can't talk to these weirdos. It's like a foreign language to them.
Would you consider allowing my husband to present your point of view?
Not me. I don't trust anyone over 30, especially a male.
Especially a white dude. Martha, there's only one way to talk to them. If you don't all get up on your feet and get out of here, I'm gonna blast you out.
Shades of Chicago.
You asked for it, Buster. You asked for it.
You have needle and thread.
You're going to need more than a thread to cover you up. Come on upstairs. I'll give you a robe.
Maybe one of my dresses will fit you.
Now listen, gang, I have to live here, and I think we can trust my father-in-law to present our case. Now, he's really a good guy, even though he doesn't always talk or act like it.
Anyone who doesn't want a bath, and that's probably all of you, has 3 seconds to clear out of here. 1, 2.
Paul, you can't do that.
Oh, no, just watch. If they don't split, I splat.
Paul, what do you think we have? Drip-dry furniture?
Out of my way, this is a man's work.
Chauvinist.
You get it first, baby.
To it, Godzilla!
Oh, no, it's J.J. and Hubert T. Bring him on. All right. We got a little mess we got to clean up in the living room. What? I'll be right back.
How about making a deal with Mr. Sims?
I make no deals. Out. Out.
Just give him a few minutes alone with Mr. Hope and maybe he'll get...
No deals. What do you say, gang?
I dig that.
No deal. It's a deal. Martha, get those cans. Coming, J.J. Coming. Think about it. Fine.
Paul, you shut the door right in my face. And in Mr. Hope's face.
I wanted to clean up the mess in the living room before you came in.
Oh, dogs?
Well, yes, you might say so.
Paul has a great sense of humor. Sometimes he's a riot.
Truer words have never been spoken.
This is an oil deal, not an audition for laughing.
That's absolutely right. Paul, this is Mr. Hope and his assistant, Bert Rigby.
How do you do?
Oh, I was just about to water my potted plants. Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
So that's your partner.
Oh, not necessarily.
He seems more potted than his plants.
That zany quality that gives him rapport with the younger generation. Those are the people we have to deal with, please.
Well, gentlemen, can I get anybody a drink?
From a bottle or a hose? I do not want to drink. All I want is to see those rioters run out of town.
Well, I have every reason to believe those kids had nothing to do with that riot.
You know, that's quite possible. I had it from an unimpeachable source that the whole thing was started by a communist agitator. This pinko actually started kicking the cops around.
Not until the cops started kicking the pinko around.
Where'd you hear that?
From an unimpeachable pinko.
Did you know that in the resulting disturbance, Mr. Hope's Rolls Royce was turned over?
And I was sitting in it.
Hope you had your seatbelt fastened.
I wasn't hurt. But I'm offering a $2,500 reward for information leading to the arrest of that commie agitator.
Hey, is that tax-free? Oh.
That will be all, Harley. We'll call you when we want you. Our help around here is rather informal.
It's quite obvious he wasn't wearing shoes.
Well, we have a pool. He's also our lifeguard.
Your own lifeguard. You know, I've been underestimating you, Sims. I can't even get a good cook.
Well, I think you'll find Paul's long suit is handling people. Paul, would you like to tell him about the matter of settling it out of court?
Happy to, JJ. Happy to.
Excuse me, I forgot my purse.
Seems to me that you've forgotten quite a few things.
That's enough out of you, you chauvinist
A friend of my daughter's. While I deal with this, will you please entertain our
I'll
guests?
try, but I don't think I can top what you're doing.
It wasn't until I met you.
I'm sorry, Dad, but the group is getting restless.
And I'm getting mad.
Did they agree to meet with us?
I'll tell you one thing. Stop coming in to spy on me, or you'll never get your meeting with Mr. Hope. It's going to take some time to warm him up. He's a stubborn old mule. The kind that hauled the borax out of Death Valley. And made Ronald Reagan what he is today.
I didn't follow that.
Good. Howie, you're on.
Mr. Hope, don't you realize if you bring oil into our harbor, you're threatening the birds and the sea life?
Who are you?
I'm his son-in-law.
Only by marriage.
The Saps. Say, you must be the people left over from that riot this afternoon.
Sir, we are a valid protest group. We just want to rap with you about the position you've been taking.
I'll tell you my position. It was upside down in my Rolls Royce.
See, they weren't attacking you. They were attacking the symbol you were riding in. The symbol of money, right?
Wrong. We're not against money. We're against pollution.
In my day, a radical was a radical you could depend upon. Mr. Hope, look at these eager young faces. They have nothing but peace in their hearts. There isn't one violent one among them.
What is it that you want me to do? Stop all of my offshore drilling operations?
That's not bad, sir.
All right, suppose I stopped pumping altogether. What do you think would happen? Where would you get the fuel for your cars and the fuel for your planes? And where would you get the fuel to heat your very homes and the fuel to run the generators that run the factories? I tell you that if I stop pumping, America stops pumping.
Mr. Hope, listen to Howie. He's very clever.
Oh, he's very clever. He's been living here free for months.
Mr. Hope, now the solution is Sandpoint Island. It's 3 miles offshore. Now, if you drill off that island and there's a spill, the currents will carry the oil out to sea where it'll be dissipated. I wrote a very extensive report about it.
He writes more papers than the Pentagon.
Sir, a copy of his report was sent to your office.
A copy of that report was sent. Why wasn't I filled in on this?
Oh, I read it. It was nonsense. Cost 3 cents more a barrel to drill out there. I just assumed.
You assumed, and I wound up upside down in my automobile. Now, look, please, in the future, assume me no further assumptions. Young man, I will study that survey and we'll discuss it further.
You know, with some clever maneuvering, this could turn out to be a good break for us. Give us a chance to make these saps drop their action.
Right, JJ, which is exactly what I had in mind when I arranged this meeting.
Well, it took a cool head to bring this confrontation to such a positive conclusion. You know, I'm rather hot-headed, and so are these kids.
Well, I can't take all of the credit, Mr. Hope. Naturally, it took the cooperation of these fine young people.
Yes. And I'd like to say a word to one of them. Young lady, if you are so concerned about pollution, why are you parading around here half nude, polluting the minds of men?
If my body pollutes a man's mind, it's because his mind is already dirty and it should be washed out.
Don't scream.
We'll save you, Mr. Hope. We'll save you.